Alright, welcome to part 6. In this part we're going to create the barrel here and the lower cylindrical shape there below the barrel. So first things first, I'm just going to come up to the cylinder here and down to initialize and align on Z, and maybe bring the scale down, and before we turn it into a polymesh 3D we'll just set up what we want here. So let's say bring the V divide down to 3, down 12. Sometimes these sliders just change themselves. Okay, now make polymesh and scale her down and move her over again. So yeah, that's looking a bit more like it. And we just move it across and have a look. Yeah, that should be pretty good. I might just move it down slightly just to center it up, and we can move it out here, stretch it back into the into the body of the gun there. Right, so now back to Zmodeler, and we're going to add an edge bang in the center here, and while we're out of here we're going to add one in the center of this kind of seam part and the just before the end of the gun. And now we're going to split this. Before we do that, like we said the last time, just add an edge either side, a control edge, and that's pretty good there. But of course, before we do all that, we might want to yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just inset this first, flat island. So we'll inset it in whatever thickness we want. We'll say to there, and then with Q mesh, polygroup island, we just bring that right in. So it's gone all the way through, kind of weirdly. So I don't want to bring it all the way through. Just bring it back enough inside, and we can even just delete that there if we want. So delete faces tagged, alt to tag them, and we'll delete that. And then I'm going to actually remove these, and you'll see why here now in a minute. And we're going to use our slice curve, so we can slice all the way through. So one here, and you can see now they've gone all the way through the mesh, and we want another one in the center. So we can just use a repeat last, and we can cut a hole through on each side of the barrel. So that's why I did that. It can come in quite handy. It's almost like in 3D Max tool called Quick Slice that just slices through everything. It's pretty much exactly the same. So now we'll go back and we'll split, and now we can just click. I could also use symmetry here, but X symmetry, but I'm just going to click and click, and so oh yeah, I think it's just the way it's displaying. Now we'll try Q mesh here. Q mesh polygroup island, and we'll just drag that through and drag that through. And I'm going to just bring the fill mode back to 1, bring me sub D up to 4, and there we have a nice and a hard edge hole there. And then might as well just add another one back. here. Not that it really matters too much, because I'll just tag these and delete them. Now what we want to do next is we'll add another I'll just come back here. No, we don't really need to do that. I'm just going to take this edge and slide it as an edge loop complete. Slide it up a bit, and now we can bevel this with 4 rows, and we'll bevel that out. Zoom in a bit here now, and I'm going to insert and just let me see, single edge loop. I'm just going to delete that, and now I'm going to Q mesh this face. First I'm going to want to change the poly group, poly loop, and we'll just change that poly loop so we can Q mesh it then without affecting the other ones. Drag it in once and twice, and there's our hard edge seam. Now we'll just sort out the end of the gun here and see what we want to do with this. We'll add one in there, and maybe, yeah, I think we might just we'll inset that as a flat island or polygroup island, because I want to just bring it out just to give us an extra little bit of detail. So I'll just bring it out once and twice, and then we can just maybe add some more edge loops, maybe add an edge loop here, just to give us that extra little bit of detail in the end. And it looks like it's about it. Now one thing that I didn't do that I wanted to do, I meant to copy before I deleted these ends here. I wanted to copy them using Q mesh down to here, but it's not such a huge thing. I can just I'll just come to subtool and duplicate it. Just move it down, and it's nearly exactly the same size pretty much. So what we'll do now is we'll just use a clip curve, and we'll just clip it there and there, and bring a fill mode up. And we just bring it in there to there. And now what we can do is see the part that I took has all this kind of stuff on the end. So what we can do here is it looks like there's some sort of overlapping geometry or something there. Just gonna see what's going on here. Q mesh polygroup island. Maybe it's just the display, I'm not sure. Seems to be subdividing grand, so maybe it's just the display. And I'm just going to close this hole, and we get some weird geometry, but it doesn't really matter because it's a flat surface and it's smoothing out okay. So let's have a look at that there. And I think we'll go with that. So now we'll just we're going to take these two, and we'll just turn off dynamic on both of them, and now I'm just going to merge. We'll just rename that and call it barrel. I'm just going to merge down. Okay, and now we go back to our main tool and append barrel, and then down to the barrel. We can see now what we have. So now we can kind of get a better idea of how we need to fit this in, and we can maybe do the same thing. I'm just going to activate this here, and see what we want to do on this. So let me see. So all I did was I just pulled all these up fairly straight, deleted, I just pulled them all up straight, did a bit of clipping, straightening up, and then I just pulled these up poly by poly, and using Q mesh, and then just mirror and welded it across. So there was no point in showing that, you know. It's quite straightforward and simple. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just unsolo, and you'll see I also actually clipped that there. So I want to we'll just pull this up. I clipped that just to tidy it up, so I'll pull it up again there, and that's should be grand there. Back to Q mesh, and I think I might just add in maybe some maybe insert a loop here, and then we can use our bevel tool here. Just give it a bit of detail, some sort of seam or something on it, and go to insert, and we'll delete that one. Q mesh, oh yeah, sorry, firstly I want to go to poly group and poly loop, and we'll just give that a new poly loop, and Q mesh, poly group island, and pull it in and click again, and that'll just give us you see the seam runs in across there, just a bit more detail, make it a little bit more interesting. And yeah, that'll do us there. I want to just see, I think that did it run all the way through? No, right, that's grand. So we can't, yeah, now just the top here, we want to sort out this top part. So what we'll do first of all, we'll just solder that one out. Maybe just tag them, and we Q mesh them, join them up, and maybe go to polygroup island, and let's have a look then with the gun in place. Yeah, so what we'll do here is we'll add an edge loop here and here, and we'll just mask it out, so we're only going to be affecting that part there. And we'll grab the transpose and mask. Or maybe something else we could do is no, we'll try that out. See how it works. So unfortunately, yeah, I think we're gonna have to. So we're gonna just have to hide all these because they're masking. You know, if we mask the back and then mask this, gonna invert it. It's gonna won't work out for us. So we want to sorry. Now let's mask that one as well, and mask that one. Bring them all up a bit more. Sorry, except for the top one. So except for the top one, that's what we want there. So just gonna bring that out of my way. And that's what we want there. Now we can do, or can we? See it? Make symmetries on. Invert the mask. Do the bottom here as well. So I pretty much just straightening them out there. Sorry, that just flipped around. So mask this, invert, bring it down, and yeah, that's it there now. So we're gonna have to add in, back to draw, we're gonna have to add in a loop here, maybe a loop here as well, and just have a look. Before we do that, I'm gonna just maybe move these up, back to the move tool. I'm just gonna bring all these other ones back, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. So one other thing that I want to do is I'm just going to bring it back along here. So I don't like the way it is there at the moment. So I'm just going to hold down Alt and yeah, what we'll do here is we'll just do it this way instead. Flat island. And I'll just tag these because it's not quite flat anymore. Single poly, and we'll snap them together, and that should have closed that up for us. Z. Sorry, you can't dynamic subdiv when something's hidden, so that is, I'm happier with that now, I have to say. Just want to solo that for a sec. And yeah, I think we'll go with that there, yeah. And we'll call this the end of this lesson. Sorry for the messing about there, trying to get that sorted, but it's all part of the fun. Yeah. Right, so actually before we do that, we might have a bit more creasing to sort out here. So I'll just solo that out. Solo that, and we have creasing there, and do we have any there? Or are we gonna? I don't think we're actually going to put any there, and we have it on the inside. So no, we won't do that actually. That's it there. That's done, yeah, because the only thing is creasing here where there shouldn't be creasing. So no, that's not actually creasing. It's just that edge is so close. So I'm gonna just slide these up and space them. Sorry, space them out there a bit. So I'll drop the brush size down, and if we just space that out a bit, that will get rid of that. It's still there a tiny bit. So just gonna move in a bit more. And I'm sure that should do for us now. You still see it there, alright. So what we're going to do is just bring these ones down, just to even it out, because we can't obviously bring that other one up any further. So we're better off just bringing these ones down. And now should be pretty good. Yeah, it's evened out there. So that is that. It's the end of that part. And in the next part now, we will probably the next part, we might model the handle here. The handle's probably the last kind of, well, there's no real complex parts on it. This was the only kind of part, and maybe this magazine, but it's mostly a box. We can use the parametric bend as we did. So this handle's probably the last kind of difficult, really difficult, not difficult but challenging part to create, so we might do that next. Alright then, cheers, thanks, good luck.